we are going to start with the 1850s through the 1890s, and I messed this up a little bit, but I got it. So, women had very limited opportunities, and they were restricted by social conversations. They were financially dependent on their husbands, and they did mostly all of the work, clean, cooking, and I just drew a stove, and it's really bad. And here's a crock pot. And they also didn't have a lot of education, which you can see I wrote that with the pencil and the paper and with the cross through it. And yeah. So they were allowed to be teachers, but they also weren't allowed to have a lot of money. They were very poor. They were paid very badly. And they were expected to marry and have a lot of children, and social things were just not great. And I hope you liked my drawing of a girl. I sure do. And now we are going into the 1900s, where the suffragettes were born, and I was too lazy to draw the skirt. And they had no political rights, which now obviously we do, and women weren't all allowed to vote in the same time. First it was white women, and then black, and then so on and so on. But yeah, we weren't allowed to have the same voting rights as other women. And there were as you can see, I'm writing down the jobs that teachers and nurses and actors and architects the jobs that women had back in the 1900s. And then Elizabeth Garrett Anderson became the first lady to qualify to be a doctor, but still they weren't paid correctly, just like they weren't in the 1850s through the 1890s. And now, in 1891, which is, close enough to the 1900s, they were told that they didn't have to live with a man if they didn't want to, which I think the wording that they used is ridiculous. And they couldn't leave their husbands because they didn't have the financial independence that we do now. Now women can live by themselves or with friends or with men or do whatever they want, basically. And now we're into the 1950s, when World War II was happening or was done. In 1957, 70% of working women held assembly lines or service jobs. Yeah, my drawing really is not the best at this point. But then 12% they held professional jobs, and then 6% held management positions. But even though they were working, they still have the working at home stereotype with the cooking and the cleaning, but women had a better chance of going to college. And women left college to marry after the war. And they were encouraged to take special courses such as interior decoration and family finance. And then people were worried about the women not being home when they got home. Like, who would do the cooking and the cleaning anymore? It was stupid. Overall, new job opportunities and finding the place in society. And now we go into the 2000s. Woo! I was born in 2001. Great. 84% of women over age 25 and over had a high school diploma or more. And then in 2000, 24% of women aged 25 and over had a bachelor's degree. Compared with the 28% of men. So we're catching up to them at this point. And then 30% ages 25 and over, 25 through 29, who had completed college as of 2000 exceeded the 28% of their male counterparts. 56% of all college students in 1998 were women, which was yay, obviously, as you can see from my board. And now my hair's in the way. That's wonderful. Okay. And now we're just gonna watch the rest of the video, because this is basically it.